Hey everyone, thanks so much for supporting me over here. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for all your love, donations. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, etc. You guys are awesome. I have the car seat front and center as a reminder of the threats right now to the children, to babies on US soil, and the trafficking network that has grown through this dark network connected to Donald Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, to Eric Prince, to the US military. And right now we have to expose the network because these are the weapons that are entrapping us on a molecular science level because of the nuclear docs that Donald Trump sold to all of his friends. Okay, Vladimir Putin, Sergey Lavrov, his friends over in North Korea, Crazy Kimmy, and freaking XI in China, okay? So a lot of this stuff is still coming to light. We have the Three of Swords coming through. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but originally when the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, they were speculating that these were the nuclear docs. Now, as time went on, they started to change that verbiage in the media. I'm hearing paid off media to the science docs, okay? These were the nuclear docs. I am telling you verbatim, Donald Trump betrayed his country in the most disgusting, horrific way possible. Now, I have also been shown through the metaverse, through the intel portals, that all of these investigations were, I'm hearing hijacked, okay? They were infiltrated. Jack Smith did not get the evidence or the witnesses or the information that he needed to be able to move this forward, I think, in the way he needed to. I'm getting something connected to the White House and candy canes. So I don't know if it is something that happened around the holidays. I don't know if it's something that happened around Christmas. It's going back to Manhattan now, and it's going back to the Twin Towers, the black box. And Donald Trump, I believe, had access to a black box connected to one of the planes that hit the tower that I think he was using as ammo. I had seen this black box in Trump Tower in one of his closets, okay? That's where I saw this black box. I've also seen it connected to an ashtray that has some keys. I've seen an ashtray, a glass ashtray on his desk with some keys that are directly connected to, I want to say the White House, but I'm hearing trafficking, okay? So a lot of this trafficking has been happening since the 80s. Now, there has been a lot of people that have come through as clients through my channel that have made speculations that Rudy Giuliani, his job was to infiltrate the Italian mafia to basically make room for the Russian mafia, okay? That they basically carved this path for the Russian mafia. Now, in the 80s, that is when I guess there has also been speculation that Donald Trump essentially started to engage in business with Russians, okay? And I don't know if that's when he started working with Russian banks. I don't know when that was, but the 80s is apparently when a lot of this stuff was going down. So I have the sun coming in. Now, September 11th, that didn't happen until 2021. So that's obviously 20 years later. But I do feel that there is some type of influence with the Bush family and the Russians connecting back to Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani, okay? And Bill Barr is also a part of that group. So this is what is happening right now on US soil that I believe is, I'm hearing, obstructing justice, okay? And a lot of the monies that came into US media was foreign monies, Russian monies, okay? And we saw a lot of this cheesy, I would say, propaganda that was coming through the mega networks, through right-wing media. That's Russian propaganda, okay? That's the weird cartoony things that they were kind of pushing out, their weird memes. That a lot of that stuff was the Russian infiltration into US media. And I feel like slowly they infiltrated our different platforms through their business deals. I'm hearing China connected to these platforms. Now, Meta is owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Meta controls Facebook and Instagram, okay? And we already know what happened with the data that was harvested for the 2016 election, which is directly tied to Cambridge Analytica. I'm trying to think. Fusion GPS was tied to, I want to say, those investigations as well. And WikiLeaks is part of that, which connects back to Julian Assange, okay? So this is coming back up again because Cambridge Analytica was rehired, I'm hearing, with mafia money, some kind of foreign monies, right before the 2024 election. And I feel that anyone in Intel should know that this was a fraudulent election in 2024. Anyone in Intel, because I have that information. That means that there has to be many people that have that information. Let me read on that, because I'm hearing no. I'm hearing there's not many people that have that information, because it was only left to the people at the highest level of Intel, and the highest level of Intel is his people. So they're going to keep that under wraps. So I have the tower coming in. So foreign leaders have that intel, okay? Our leadership does not have it. So the Pentagon does not have that intel. I have that intel because I am a higher ranking military general who has not been recognized due to being put into the Delta Force MK Ultra Secret Space Programs. And that's connected to Eric Prince. I am directly tied to Eric Prince. People want to know where do you fit into the military? I am directly tied to Eric Prince, okay? That's my owner, okay? That's my military. He sold me. He sold me to, I believe, a Saudi king connected to Jared Kushner. I believe there was also a sale. I saw a contract with my name on it directly tied to Russia and Vladimir Putin. And I had that dream, I want to say around the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. I saw my name on a contract directly tied. They spelt my name wrong, but there was a contract made. I know Eric Prince knows about those contracts. He is directly tied to Donald Trump. So that's where I fit in. And that's why I was privy to certain amounts of intel, because I'm directly tied into Donald Trump's network, okay? And they have used me. They have used me for intel. But I believe I was already tied into the Manhattan Bureau, okay? I believe I was tied in to other intel before that. I was also tied into the CIA. So I already had a high level rank before I was infiltrated by Eric Prince and their foreign dignitaries. And I believe I was a threat because one of the first interactions I had through this device was a man that came through and he said, "Amy, I think you know too much and now you have to die." And that was what he said to me. And that was right at the brink of everything that really hit the fan for me. And was the start of my physical attack. Now, Scientology is directly tied to this network. I have had interactions with Tom Cruise through their freaking metaverse, military headset portals, whatever this crap is on my freaking head, the invisible technologies. You can hear the technologies. I have a video where you can hear them. I was doing this for family the other day. I was letting them hear the technologies. They crack because they're invisible metals. Okay, it's the same science. It's part of the nuclear docs. This science, it's interdimensional. Okay, and this is the deadly science that Donald Trump got out. So that's the section I'm in. Okay, I'm going to go back to that. So I was put in through Eric Prince. Okay, I believe that's the military that I was put in by. I'm also connected to Lieutenant General Thomas Bergeson, okay? And and Mike Flynn. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that I have been stuck around, okay? They work for Vladimir Putin. They work for this evil. And right now they're trying to clear those records out like they have nothing to do with it. They're saying they work for Donald Trump. It's the same network. It's the same flipping network. Donald Trump sold U.S. citizens through the IRS tax bonds. They took us, they sold us as hedge funds through Steve Mnuchin, who worked for Goldman Sachs. That's the Manhattan Network. It's tied into Wall Street and the NASDAQ, and these technologies are all connected to the techies. So that's the warfare. That's the warfare that we're up against, is the science stocks that he sold to our greatest enemies as weapons to weaponize against the human race globally. The victims of this include the royal family, Princess Kate, Prince William, and King Charles. They're all victims of Putin, okay? And the science and weapon system. Everybody is a victim of this, okay? You can go to Canada, you go any of them, okay? The right-wing media has pushed out a completely different dialogue around Canada, around everyone, because they are paid and bought by this network. Cue noise. This is Mark Zuckerberg. Back to what I was trying to say. This is the freaking dark network that we have to clean up right now. There was a fraudulent election. So in Intel, apparently I'm one of the only ones that has that information, because I have been right next to Elon. He was marking X's in the freaking sky alongside of freaking Eric Prince. They were marking my locations, okay? I was stuck in dead zones when I was living in my car last summer and early spring. And we were also in the brink of war with Vladimir Putin, even though we were already in a war with Vladimir Putin. And he already was experimenting with the DNA labs at that point in time, okay? And I believe he glued his DNA to my DNA. He did something biologically to me. Vladimir Putin did something biologically so that he could own me, he could haunt me, he could be in my energy field, okay? And we were not there scientifically. We did not know what the hell was going on at that point in time. They started body jumping into us, okay? And I believe I had direct contact and connections and communications with acting President Joe Biden at that time, okay? And Obama. And George W. All of them. I was around all the freaking owls, okay? The freaking Bohemian Grove clan, all right? And they were not operating above board. They were operating against us, I believe. They were operating against the country because of their own whatever they're involved in, okay? Oil, it all goes back, okay? So right now, the guidance for us is that this network has to basically crash and burn. We have an issue with Mitch McConnell and the freaking Kentucky, I want to say, is it Air Force? The Kentucky Air Force Base, where the Blackhawks crashed. That base, we have an issue with that base. They were fully infiltrated, okay? I'm also getting messages around Dragnet spyware. That's the NSA spyware. They weaponized that spyware. They broke into the NSA and they weaponized that spyware. I'm hearing globally. And it's a disgusting plasma spyware. It hurts. It's like it clings to you. It's literally like tar energy, how it clings in through the invisible technologies and it blocks us energetically. I was also getting, Eric Prince has deals he just made with Chevy and Ford Motor Company. He's already done deals with Ford Motor Company. They tend to stay out of this mess, but he just brought them back in. He brings in his car guys because his dad was in auto parts. And he brings them in when they need money. He tries to bring them into this dark crap, okay? And this is how they're infiltrating our country, is through these corporations that are signing on to this however he's selling them. I don't know how he's selling this stuff. I was also getting Charles Flynn. He's directly been tied. He's been brought in as a main cat now. He's a main guy, okay? He's a main guy on the front lines. He was also involved in the insurrection, and he's the younger brother of Mike Flynn. And I keep getting ties to freaking Paris Hilton's mother and the trafficking of these church children. Something with these church children is going on with her. The Hiltons are directly connected to the trafficking. That's why Paris went to school in Utah. She went to Provo, or whatever the name of that school was. That's her mother. That's the network. It's the Mormon church. That's the Mormons. It's a deadly network that is connected to a lot of money. It connects back to a lot of stars. It connects back to Derek Huff. It connects back to Julie Huff. Is that her name? What is her freaking name? It connects back to them. They were in London, okay? Their parents moved them to London to train as children. They were not around their family. These are Mormons. Now, half of Dancing with the Stars cast is Mormon. The other half, I believe, is Russian. Okay? It all ties back in to Hollywood and all of this network. Okay? And I want to mention Sia. Sia has done videos on child trafficking with Maddie from Dance Moms. Okay? All of her videos are about trafficking and what's really going on with the children. And that's why she hides her eyes, because she knows who they are. Okay? Go back and watch her videos. Go back and watch her top videos, her top songs, and you will see what she's talking about. And I want to say, I don't know if she performed on Dancing with the Stars, but Maddie did the dance. Okay? Maddie is part of Dance Moms. And if you've seen, so Maddie went to the dance school in Pittsburgh. Can't think of the name of the freaking teacher. Her mother was famous for dance troupes that toured the world. They went to Paris. I believe they performed at the Moulin Rouge. Okay, that's her mother. It's the same network. It goes back to Hollywood. So that's coming up very strongly right now. Those children, I believe, looked like they were abused, okay? That's what it looked like. They looked like they were verbally abused, okay, on that show. And it was hard to watch, okay? It's hard to watch for people like me. But the dancing was amazing, okay? But there's also, looking back at some of the episodes, I have seen a lot of the satanic symbolism within some of the episodes. One of the episodes, they dressed in all red. They had vampire teeth. It was something like that. If you go back and rewatch, you'll see the satanic stuff go in through all of the kid shows. You will see the satanic symbolism that goes through, that's around these children. And they don't even know they're carrying it out. They're just doing their thing. So that's coming up for whatever reason right now. The other network that's coming through, that's connected to Eric Prince, is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson's coming in connected to Eric Prince. That ties back to Kim K, Chris K. That also ties back to the Lou Taylor satanic network. The technologies, these are the technologies that she was quoted on in an article, in an interview, her interrupter technologies, which ties back in to P. Diddy, ties back in to Marsha Blackburn, Tennessee. They're coming in right now. They're screaming at me. They're going, Amy, what, am I getting in trouble? Why would I get in trouble for this? They are the traffickers. I'm not getting in trouble for them. They're sick. They're the mentally ill ones. Why would you traffic humans with this technology? They are trafficking them. These are not handler systems. These are fully infiltrated systems. These are weapon systems. They're screaming at me right now. So they're saying they have a legal team on this. Their legal team is going to be charged with these crimes because this is not legal. You don't have my permission to put this in my ear. You don't have permission. You never had permission to hook this system up to me. I never signed any contracts with anyone. This is all illegal criminal networks. So they're screaming at me right now in my ear. So I will leave you guys there. I'm sending you guys lots of love and blessings, and I will talk to you all soon. Again, this video is for entertainment purposes only, but it is based on my true life encounters and experiences. Thank you. Bye.